Yo, what's up everybody? It's Peace. Welcome to another Altergeist video. So, I've been cooking, like I mentioned in my last deck profile, and I wanted to show you guys what I came up with. Like I mentioned in that other video, I do need some improvement to this, and it does have potential. But with one extender, then you get a really decent board, and with two extenders, you get even more. And that'll all become apparent once I get through this combo. This does use Fiendsmith cards in order to facilitate that, but we just got announced that the ban list isn't coming until after Worlds, so you will be able to play this deck for a little bit until we have to figure out another engine to put into this deck. So let's just get into the combo. So I was showing you guys the deck profile for Azamina Fiendsmith Altergeist, and this can also work with the Azamina engine, but you will end on the Ilya Sylvia negate in addition to the rest of this board. I could show a separate combo for that, but essentially what you need to know is that you link off the Murecielago with the meluseek, and that gives you your moon, and then you just bring back, and then you actually just summon the Ilya Sylvia. But what we're going to do is show you that with any three other cards, I've got Ash, Called By, and Cross Out. Those are not going to help with the combo at all. With any extender that puts any monster on the board, so I used Instant Fusion, for example, here, plus meluseek is climbing up to the link 4, and I'll show you how to do that, and I'll show you the different extra deck resources that we have to bring monsters from the graveyard back to the field that can actually facilitate this. And I'll show you why it does a lot and it's layered, but it's probably not very good. So you'll normal summon your meluseek, you'll activate your Instant Fusion. This will bring out your Millennium Eyes Restrict. I opted for Millennium Eyes Restrict as something that you can play in this deck because if you're searching and you do have this as an extra card, this can be an extra form of negation, like you're Called By the Grave or your Crossout Designator for your opponent's Droll and Lockbird. Because since this is a combo deck, this does add from deck to hand a couple of times, and Droll can kind of hinder it. But this can definitely stop a Droll or an Ash or a Ghost Ogre or any card that sends itself to the graveyard as cost. You get to target it, equip it, and then those effects are negated while it's on the field. So from here, you're going to do a Link 2 into Moon of the Closed Heaven. The next card that's getting banned on the... No, I'm just kidding. You're going to trigger meluseek in the graveyard to search here. So obviously you're going to add your Malwisp because you want to extend. So you're going to unres, activate Malwisp to special it, Malwisp effect to special out the meluseek. Now you're going to need to make your Link 1. So this is actually pretty resilient, because if they nib on summon, you can activate Requiem and summon out your Engraver, which is nice. Then it'll all go to the graveyard. You'll have a nib token, and then you can put back the moon to special the Engraver and still like do some link plays, and maybe there's an avenue there. But from here, what we're gonna do is make sure that we have access to our Hex tier right away. So you summon Requiem, now we have a downward facing arrow, because Requiem points downward, which is insanely broken. You can even play Parallel Exceed with this. To summon your first Altergeist Link monster, the Altergeist Hextia. Now, it's very, very difficult to climb up the links for the Altergeist monsters because all of them require Altergeist monsters only. There needs to be a generic one that we can make easily because the level 6 Synchro is not doing it for me. So now that this is on the field, you can do some of your standard Fiendsmith shenanigans. You're going to use Requiem to summon out Lacrima, and Lacrima is going to go ahead and dump Engraver to your graveyard. Then you can use Engraver's effect, Engrave, to put back the Moon of the Closed Heaven to special it out. And then now you can go ahead and make your Fiendsmith's Sequence. And now Sequence can go ahead and fuse the Engraver, the Lacrima, and the Requiem to make your Desiree. So you will need Desiree later, so let's just put that there. Now, what can we do with these awesome monsters? I see a princess line. So this is where the combo is so far. You bring out Promethean Princess, Bestower of Flames. Now Hextia gets to trigger to add you your Pukari, because we want to keep on link climbing. Now, Princess can actually reborn the Hextia. Now you're like, Patrick, we're locked into fires while Princess is on the field. How are we going to link up into our Dark Banshee? I will tell you. So you're going to use Sequence ability to target the Desiree to equip it. Now, Desiree can actually negate your own Promethean Princess. Many people don't know this, but literally just read your cards. Now, the restriction is part of its effects. It's not a condition of the card. So you can actually link non-fires now with the Promethean Princess. So this is where you'll link these two. Oh wait, no, what am I doing? You don't even need to link anything yet. What you can do here is just link off with Pukari. Because our next move is a bow. But link off with Pukari to summon your Prime Banshee. Now your Prime Banshee is just chilling there. Chain link 1 on summon. You're going to go ahead and add back Pukari to your hand, which is neat. So this is where another extender would be insane. So with a second extender, this is what I was talking about before. You just bring it to the field, and then you link your Fiend with that other extender to make a bow. That's going to be your other Altergeist body. You just have to have a bunch of extra deck stuff that summons stuff from the graveyard, which is crazy. But unfortunately, in this scenario, we don't have that extender, so we're going to let the Desiree go to the graveyard with the Princess to make our Abao. Now we discard one of the cards we don't need. If our opponent hasn't interacted with us this far, so we're going to just like discard the Cross-a Designator to activate Abao. Abao is going to banish itself, and we're going to special summon a light or dark monster from our graveyard, non-targeting. We'll just summon back Malwisp. We'll activate Prime Banshee to tribute it to... Wow, I just flipped over my entire graveyard. To summon from deck to a zone it points to, we're going to summon out the Altergeist Paratrader. Now from here, we can actually link these two away for Altergeist Adminia. Chainlink 1 Adminia to set from deck. Chainlink 2 Paratrader to dump. Chainlink 3 Prime Banshee to add back meluseek. Yeah, there's really nothing good to add. That will add back meluseek. We'll get to dump... Wait, did I already use that? I don't think I did. No, it hasn't hit grave yet. Add back meluseek, dump the revitalization, and set your manifestation. This combo that I made doesn't involve protocol. Maybe there's a way that you can get protocol out here, but I don't see it from here. Now that we've got our Adminia on the field, what you can do is banish to summon out your Pukari, because you want to keep the meluseek in your hand as follow-up. It's just stronger. From here, you can actually link into a second Hextia, and then you'll have the manifestation to Reborn. You'll have the Abao coming back. You can actually even make SP Little Knight with these two, which is decent. Then you can Reborn the Adminia, so you have a Steal, a Banish, and Abao can either pop or bring back something from the graveyard. Those are just some options that you have. But, so we're going to flip this back down. We're going to not end our turn. So, when you're here with Adminia and Pukari, if you had one extra body, like I mentioned before, you could just keep the Desiree, but you still end on this. But if you had that third body, say you had another extender or something, you can actually make your Moon once again. And then with any other body, you could actually end up making your Egnumde. And Egnumde lets you bring back the Desiree. It'll still be able to be targeted, but you'll be able to negate 3 face-up cards with it. And then the Abao will come back at end phase. So now they're staring down this board currently, and at any point in time, you have a Monster Reborn that can bring out a Snatch Steal from your graveyard, which is actually just crazy. So you bring this out. And also at any point in time during the main phase, Abao can banish itself by discarding one of your cards to summon back any of your light or dark monsters. You could summon out Prime Banshee. If you're playing Multi-Faker, you can actually use Prime Banshee to ditch whatever Altergeist monster you steal from your opponent, because whenever Adminia steals, it always changes whatever you stole into an Altergeist monster, which is really cool. So Prime Banshee can tribute whatever you stole to actually, if this is already off the field, to actually special summon Multi-Faker from deck, to special summon Silquidus. Another really cool thing about Adminia is that it sends any card, not an Altergeist card. So you can send your Desiree to the graveyard and then use that as an extra disruption to send another one of your opponent's cards to the graveyard, which is really nice. But yeah, Abao has a bunch of different options, like Prime Banshee, like I said, Tribute, Special Summon Faker. You could also summon out Hexia is a fire. You can't summon that out. Speaking of fires, though, if you do put a fire on board, you do have Promethean Princess that can pop 2 cards on the field. So that's another disruption, but I was mainly using that for its Monster Reborn effect. So I know there's definitely a way to make that combo a little bit better. I was just surprised that we still have enough broken extra deck generic support that's able to allow you to have 2 essentially generic Monster Reborns in the form of Promethean Princess being able to bring back Hextia, and the Abao, which just needs a Fiend, and there's a generic Fiend in the extra deck that you can link up into to bring back the Malwisp or any of your other light and dark Altergeist monsters. I was thinking of trying to figure out a combo to just bring back the Link 3, which is Banshee, but I couldn't think of anything to plus off of Abao that much. Abao, the Link 4, is banishing itself to bring back your Link 1, your Malwisp, which is just 1 body. I feel like you could plus a lot more, but I don't know of any other monsters that can special summon from graveyard like that, or any cards that can plus you 1 body that can bring something back. Because I think it's already asking enough to draw meluseek, because this doesn't work with any other things, because you need multiple Altergeist bodies in order to actually access the engine. So I think it's already asking a lot to have meluseek and an extender, let alone 2 Altergeist cards. But yeah, that's what I was working on. I was over the weekend actually just thinking about this combo and how I can perfect it. I was sitting at a party holding my son, and I was like, yeah, so you bring back with Princess. But yeah, with 2 extenders, you end on Desiree, the Adminia Steel, and Abao, which is not it's not that good. It's not even that good. The horrible thing about this is that, like, you need so much, and so much needs to go right, and it's not even good. So yeah, hopefully you guys can actually take this to the lab and see if you can improve upon it. Please comment down below if you watched this far, and let me know if you're actually thinking about this. I know there's some dedicated Altergeist fans that watch my videos, and I see you guys in the comments. So I wanted to try this to make this work. Hopefully you don't hate me too much for including some of the very broken engines that are remaining in the game, like the Azamina engine or the Fiendsmith engine, and you're not Altergeist purists, because I would like to play this deck as a combo deck and not a control deck, because control just gets blown out every time. And when I play at locals, I'm trying to win. So I do try to take more competitive decks, or decks on the more competitive side. But yeah, Altergeist just isn't it right now. But if you guys can make this combo even more efficient, if I'm missing something, let me know. I would love to improve this and then test it out at locals for you guys. Maybe you can catch me on camera in a live duel actually resolving the combo that you told me about. That would make my day, and hopefully it would make yours too. Subscribe for more.